good grappling. You want to make sure you save.
Okay, I'm at 515 South 83rd Street West at the request of the homeowner, Dan Ritsema. I'm just kind of doing a walk around on the job. He asked me to come out and check out some things that he didn't feel were right. Some of the things that are noticeable right off the bat for industry standards, these pieces, and there's several of them all the way around the house, are not locked together. There's no overlap on them. You can see these pieces were screwed in to the soffit structure, which is fine. This piece is hanging loose. There's no sill trim. There's no nothing to hang that in there. First time the wind blows hard, it's going to go. Corner posts were not cut off at the bottom of the siding, nor was the channel, the nail fin, removed. J-channel is not overlapping, nor is it even touching or butted together. Some of the seams or the overlaps are done just absolutely perfect like that. Others are just butted together or locked so tight together that those pieces will buckle as soon as the sun hits it. This piece right here in the gable above the garage was cut short. It's not being covered by the J-channel. Again, your J-channel isn't even lapping. Several of the pieces, like that one right there and the one underneath it, are cut short. They're not covered by the inside corner post. There's another one right there and one right there where you can see the Tyvek underneath. Top out sheet. There's no sill trim on the top out sheet. These pieces aren't held in with screws. They're nailed through the weep hole into the vinyl siding underneath. The reason that, in my professional opinion, the reason that is all wavy is because there's no sill trim used. There's no sill trim above or below the windows. There's a broken corner on a window right there that didn't get replaced. Little pieces spliced into the wall, a little 2-foot piece right there in the middle of the wall. Again, meets code, but not necessarily the way that anybody in the industry would do that. We don't typically splice in little pieces like that. The closure for the storm door was set to the top of the door instead of the bottom of the door, which makes that storm door rub on the top, the closure. That little piece right there is kind of ridiculous. If somebody would splice in a 3-inch piece on a top out sheet like that and just nail it to the wall. The glazing bead for that window is on the insurance to be replaced, and it wasn't replaced. It was paid for. Corner posts. That corner post was actually cut off at the bottom of the siding, but it's the only one on the house, so you've got 4 that weren't and 1 that was. Again, several pieces here that are just butted together that there is no overlap on. This piece to the right of that window is cut tight. It's cut too tight and is buckling right up against the window. Another broken corner on another window. This, according to Dan, I do not know, but according to Dan, that was done by the installers, not by the storm. The deck was removed, was damaged during the removal. To me, that kind of falls to the contractor who damaged it. It wasn't fault of the homeowner. This box, the power box, is loose on the wall. This cap is missing, and they did kind of a piss poor job of going around that pipe coming in. Rather than using a split mount or something, they just literally Well, you can see that. I don't think you'd accept that on your house. I sure wouldn't accept it on mine. These pieces, again, on the rake, not locked into a sill trim, so they're just flapping up in there. They are nailed, so they're not going to come off. They're nailed through the weep holes up into the other siding, but there's nothing holding the top edge of it, so they flap loose every time the wind blows. You can see great big gaps up there because there's nothing holding the top edge. Again, these little bitty 1 foot pieces here, not something that I would call industry standard. Corners, again, not cut. This side actually looks pretty good. All the pieces are cut into the channel like they're supposed to be. A couple little pieces. There's one that's right there that's 8 inches, which, again, kind of ridiculous. That piece right there is cut a little short of the channel. Roof looks good. So I'm not touching this. I'm not agreeing to do any work on this. He just asked me the things that I see that need to be fixed or addressed. If this was our job, those are the things that we would fix and address. Thank you.